This video brings an urgent message that Jesus specifically wants you to hear. Exactly 25 minutes ago, something extraordinary began in the spiritual realm, and he's concerned you might not recognize what's happening. This isn't just another spiritual video. It contains a revelation about divine timing that most people will completely miss. Jesus cares so deeply about your spiritual readiness that he would be disappointed if you weren't prepared for what's unfolding right now. The message you're about to receive has been carefully timed to reach you at this exact moment, as events are already in motion. There's a divine appointment happening right now as you watch. Don't scroll away, because what you're about to learn could determine whether you're ready for what began 25 minutes ago. This isn't an ordinary spiritual message. It's a divine alert about a spiritual shift that began exactly 25 minutes ago and is gaining momentum every second. Jesus has been orchestrating this moment with perfect timing, watching for those who would be spiritually alert enough to recognize what's happening. Missing what's unfolding right now could mean overlooking a once-in-a-lifetime spiritual opportunity that's been years in the making. This shift marks a limited window of preparation that's opening in the spiritual realm at this very moment. Jesus cares so deeply about your spiritual success that he would be genuinely concerned if you failed to prepare for what's coming. That's why this message found you today at this precise time. Your attention to this video isn't coincidence. It's a divinely orchestrated moment designed to help you see what began 25 minutes ago and prepare for what's about to unfold. Every prayer you've prayed asking for spiritual breakthrough has been heard. Every moment you've spent preparing your heart for God's move has been noticed. All the times you've wondered if you were spiritually ready for what God was planning, yet continue to seek him anyway, have been honored. Your spiritual preparation hasn't gone unnoticed. Those moments when it seemed like divine timing was perfect for everyone except you. Jesus saw your disappointment. The times when your spiritual readiness felt overlooked, yet you kept preparing anyway. That faithfulness was recognized in heaven. The discipline it took to stay spiritually alert when nothing seemed to be happening has been deeply valued. The questions you've carried about God's timing, sometimes too personal to share with others, have all been acknowledged. Divine timing isn't always obvious, and spiritual shifts aren't always clear. Sometimes they require spiritually prepared eyes to recognize. Jesus understands this challenge, which is why he's making this moment so clear you can't possibly miss it. The spiritual event Jesus wants you to recognize began exactly 25 minutes. However, it appears in ways most people overlook, because it seems too subtle to be divine intervention. This shift shows up in sudden clarity about your spiritual purpose, in doors that begin opening unexpectedly, and in divine connections that start forming around you. It appears in answered prayers you thought God had forgotten, in spiritual gifts that suddenly activate, and in prophetic dreams that become remarkably clear. This spiritual shift is uniquely timed for your specific journey, something Jesus has personally orchestrated to align with your readiness. It connects directly to the prayers you've been praying and the spiritual preparation you've been doing. Jesus chose this exact timing because your spiritual sensitivity has reached the level needed to recognize and respond to his move. The window to prepare for what's coming won't remain open forever. When you finally see what began 25 minutes ago, you'll understand why the timing had to be perfect. When you recognize what began 25 minutes ago, many puzzling aspects of your recent spiritual experiences will suddenly make perfect sense. Unexplained. Spiritual stirrings, random thoughts about divine timing, and sudden urges to prepare spiritually will all connect in a beautiful moment of divine clarity. Jesus has wonderful news for you today. Your spiritual life is shifting to a supernatural level, and important transformations are happening both within you and around you right now. The divine has noticed something unique about your spiritual readiness, and now you've been chosen to participate in what began 25 minutes ago. This moment marks something significant in your walk with Christ. It's a clear indication that your spiritual sensitivity has grown strong enough to recognize divine timing. Something incredibly meaningful is unfolding in your relationship with Jesus, far more significant than you might have imagined possible. The recognition of this divine timing begins a spiritual awakening that will touch every area of your life, bringing supernatural breakthrough in ways you've been praying for. There's a wave of heavenly attention surrounding you right now. You're becoming more spiritually attuned to divine timing, naturally drawing supernatural breakthrough into your daily experience. Recognizing what began 25 minutes ago brings a heightened awareness of Jesus' presence in even the smallest details of your preparation. More spiritual insights will begin flowing to you than ever before. This isn't happening by chance. It's a carefully arranged blessing designed specifically for this season of your spiritual journey. Your prayers for breakthrough matter more than you realize. Your spiritual sensitivity inspires heaven to move on your behalf. Your readiness makes a difference in the spiritual atmosphere around you. This divine timing shows that Jesus deeply values your spiritual preparation and faithfulness. Each step you've taken in spiritual readiness, even when breakthrough seemed delayed, has led you exactly where you need to be for this moment. Jesus delights when you finally recognize what he's been preparing you for all along. The timing of what began 25 minutes ago is no coincidence. It started now because you're spiritually ready to recognize and respond to it. This precise moment has been divinely chosen because you've grown in faith and spiritual discernment to the level needed for what's coming. Your spiritual eyes are now open enough to see divine moves that might have been invisible to you before. Your heart has expanded through trials and spiritual discipline. Your spiritual wisdom has deepened through faithful preparation. All the seasons of waiting and preparing you've experienced have been preparation for recognizing this divine timing. Nothing in your spiritual journey has been wasted. Every experience has shaped your ability to discern when God is moving. This particular spiritual shift that began 25 minutes ago is connected to larger divine movements happening in the world right now. Jesus is revealing similar timing to those who are spiritually alert and ready to participate in his supernatural work. If you're feeling blessed by this revelation about divine timing, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more to support our channel's mission of sharing these time-sensitive spiritual messages. Your generosity helps these divine insights reach those who desperately need to recognize what God is doing right now. When you give, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that connects people with heaven's perfect timing in these critical spiritual moments. As you begin to recognize what began 25 minutes ago, new spiritual awareness will naturally develop in your life. This clearer vision brings new responsibilities, not just to yourself, but to everyone God places in your path who might be missing this divine timing. Don't view these responsibilities as burdens, but as sacred opportunities to participate in Jesus' supernatural work. This revelation signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity and navigate this breakthrough season with heavenly wisdom and purpose. Finding balance becomes essential during this spiritually charged time. While celebrating what began 25 minutes ago, remember to nurture your practical faith through prayer, scripture, and community. These spiritual disciplines have shaped who you are and will continue to support you as you grow into this expanded role. Jesus is inviting you to become more than just a receiver of divine timing, but a person who helps others recognize when God is moving and prepare for breakthrough. As you become sensitive to what began 25 minutes ago, think about how you can help others who are still missing this divine timing. Your experience shows that Jesus is constantly moving, even when we fail to notice his perfect timing. Heaven witnesses every moment of spiritual awakening, every recognition of divine timing, and every choice to prepare for God's supernatural work. Your story of recognizing what began 25 minutes ago brings hope to people feeling spiritually stagnant or wondering if God still moves supernaturally today. Your awareness becomes a light that helps others develop eyes to see what Jesus is doing all around them. This divine timing isn't meant to be a private blessing. It's an invitation to help others experience the same spiritual breakthrough. Jesus often works through those who have recently recognized his timing to help awaken others who are still missing divine moments. Your newfound awareness serves as both personal blessing and ministry opportunity to help others prepare for what God is doing. As you navigate this new level of spiritual awareness about what began 25 minutes ago, stay consistently alert. Jesus reminds you that while recognizing this divine timing is wonderful, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of supernatural breakthrough moments. Maintain the spiritual sensitivity that allowed you to see what started 25 minutes ago in the first place. Guard against returning to spiritual dullness or distraction that made you miss important divine timing in the past. Let your spiritual awareness continue to flow from genuine faith and daily attention to Jesus' presence. With this new ability to recognize when God is moving comes ongoing responsibility to remain receptive and responsive. Use this gift wisely to discern true divine timing from false spiritual urgency. Not every spiritual feeling signals a divine moment, but Jesus will make truly important timing unmistakable. Embrace this journey with both humility and confidence, showing others that recognizing Jesus' timing comes from staying connected to him daily through prayer, worship, scripture, and obedient action when he reveals his will. Picture a future where you consistently recognize Jesus' perfect timing all around you. Imagine divine doors opening exactly when needed, supernatural appointments arriving precisely on schedule, and your understanding of heavenly timing expanding beyond anything you've experienced before. Jesus stands with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of divine timing with complete trust. This is truly your moment to experience deeper supernatural connection through recognizing what began 25 minutes ago. This marks the beginning of a time when your spiritual perception, wisdom, and heart will be more aligned with heaven than ever before. Accept this blessing with gratitude and remember that you're surrounded by divine support on this journey of breakthrough. The path ahead holds countless opportunities to experience Jesus' guidance through perfect timing that will become increasingly clear to your spiritually attuned eyes. What joy awaits as you learn to read the divine language of supernatural timing all around you. Every moment from now on carries the potential for divine breakthrough because you're finally ready to recognize when God moves. If this message about divine timing has awakened something in your spirit, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support creates a beautiful spiritual exchange and allows us to continue sharing these divine revelations with those who need them most. Your generosity helps fund our mission to help others recognize when Jesus is moving in these important times. If you're ready to acknowledge that you recognize what began 25 minutes ago, type 888 in the comments below as your declaration of spiritual readiness. The journey of recognizing divine timing continues beyond what began 25 minutes ago. As you step into new spiritual awareness, stay grounded in scripture and prayer that keeps your discernment sharp and accurate. Every moment of breakthrough you experience could be the exact confirmation someone else has been waiting to see. Your growing spiritual sensitivity serves as inspiration for others, wondering if Jesus still moves supernaturally today. Move forward with an attentive heart, a watchful mind and a responsive spirit ready for whatever comes next. Create opportunities for others to recognize divine timing as you enjoy the breakthrough coming your way. The spiritual language of perfect timing has always been part of how Jesus works with those who love him. By choosing to pay attention to what began 25 minutes ago, you join a long tradition of faithful followers who have learned to recognize his voice and timing in everything around them. Stay ready, because more is coming.